and welcome back to the deep dive. It is really great to have you with us today.
Yes, welcome. We are so glad you are listening.
Now, usually on this show, we unpack some complex history or maybe a new scientific breakthrough. But
Yeah.
today we're doing something a little different.
We are. We are tackling a skill.
Right. A skill that I know for a fact many of you listening right now are working on.
Exactly. We are talking about learning English.
But before you groan and reach for the pause button, let me be clear. We are not talking about the boring way.
No, definitely not. We are not talking about stressful classrooms or boring homework.
Thank goodness for that. I mean, I want everyone listening to just picture this scenario for a second. Imagine you are sitting at a desk.
Okay, I am picturing it.
You have this massive, heavy book in front of you. It is about 500 pages long.
Uh-huh.
It smells like old paper and dust. And it is just full of grammar tables and long lists of verbs.
Oh, wow.
You have to sit there and memorize the past perfect continuous tense. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I feel tired just hearing you describe it. It feels like work. It feels like a chore.
Exactly. It is exhausting. And here is the thing. That is the big problem.
It really is. Most people start their English journey exactly like that. They
Right.
buy the big book, they study hard for maybe 2 weeks, then, well, they get bored,
You get frustrated.
and then they quit.
Yeah.
It is the classic story of language learning failure.
But the source material we're looking at today suggests there is a much better way, a more natural way.
Yes, the natural way. It asks a very simple but very powerful question. How did you learn your first language?
That is a good question.
Think about it. When you were a baby, did you study a textbook?
Definitely not. I mean, I couldn't even read. I sort of figured it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You didn't study, you listened, you played, you made funny noises.
Lots of funny noises.
Right. And you made mistakes. You essentially lived inside the language.
You lived inside it. I like that.
The source calls this the natural way. And the key to this method is a concept we're going to explore deeply today.
It is a word you might have heard before. Immersion.
Okay, let's pause right there. Let's unpack that.
Good idea. That is a big buzzword in the language world. Immersion. What does that actually mean?
Let's do a vocabulary stop here because this is the foundation of everything we are discussing today.
All right. What is immersion?
It means putting yourself completely inside the language, like jumping into a pool of water.
Like jumping into a pool.
Yes. When you jump into a pool, you are wet from head to toe.
It,
Cannot escape the water. It is everywhere.
right.
Immersion in language means you surround yourself with English so completely that it is everywhere around you.
I love that image. Jumping into a pool of English.
It is a great way to think about it.
But usually people think that to get that pool experience, they have to buy a plane ticket.
Yes, they do.
They think, oh, I need to move to London or New York or Sydney.
That is a very common misconception. You do not need a plane ticket.
No.
No. Our mission today is to show you how to create that pool right in your own living room.
In your living room.
Yes. We are going to look at the fun way to fluency. We have tips on using movies, music, and even that smartphone you are holding right now.
And the best part, it doesn't feel like studying. It feels like entertainment.
Exactly.
So let's jump right in with something everyone loves. Television, Netflix, or Disney Plus, or whatever you use to watch shows.
Yes, the source calls this the Netflix hack.
A Netflix hack.
And it is probably the most popular but also the most misused tool for learners.
I watch a lot of TV. Probably too much, if I am being honest.
Lots of people do.
But here is the classic scenario. I am learning English. I put on a Hollywood movie.
Okay.
But because I am nervous about not understanding everything, I turn on the subtitles in my native language.
Yeah.
So if I am Dutch, I watch with Dutch text. If I am Spanish, I see Spanish text.
Right.
The source says this is a big mistake. Why?
It is a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And it actually comes down to biology.
Biology.
Yes. Your brain is, frankly, a little bit lazy.
Hey, now, my brain works very hard.
I am sure it does. But biologically, our brains are designed to save energy.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you hear English audio, which is hard for your brain to process, but you see text in your native language, which is easy.
Right, the text is easy.
Yes, your brain will always choose the easy path. It will filter out the English audio almost completely.
Wow.
Really, yes. You think you are listening, but you are actually just reading a book on a screen.
That makes so much sense. I catch myself doing that.
Most people do.
I stop looking at the actors' faces, I stop listening to how they speak, and I just stare at the bottom of the screen.
Exactly. You are not building that connection between the sound and the meaning.
We should probably clarify what we mean by subtitles here, just to be sure everyone understands.
Good idea. Let's do another vocabulary stop. Let's define it.
Okay, what are subtitles?
The words at the bottom of the screen when you watch a movie.
The words at the bottom of the screen.
Yes. They translate or transcribe what the actors are saying.
Okay, so if using subtitles in my native language is bad because my brain is lazy, what is the solution?
Well, you have to change them.
Do I turn them off completely? Because that sounds absolutely terrifying for a beginner.
You can turn them off if you are very advanced, sure. But for most learners,
Especially at the A2 or B1 level.
exactly, the source suggests a middle step. The magic combination.
The magic combination. I like the sound of that.
You switch the audio to English, and you switch the subtitles to English.
English audio and English subtitles. Double English.
Yes, double English. This is incredibly powerful
Why does it work so well?
because it connects the sound you hear to the spelling you see.
Okay.
When you hear the actor say the word fantastic,
What?
and you see the word fantastic on the screen at the exact same moment,
Your brain connects them.
yes, your brain makes a strong connection. It validates what you are hearing.
It is like having a script right in front of you.
Exactly.
It helps you catch words that maybe were spoken a little too fast, or maybe with a strange accent.
It bridges the gap between the ear and the eye.
But let's be real for a second. American actors, well, they mumble sometimes, or they speak incredibly fast.
It is true.
What if I get lost? What if I panic because I don't understand?
That is a very valid fear. But remember, you are not in a classroom. You have a remote control.
I have the power.
You have the power. The source gives a great tip here. Pause the video.
Just pause it.
If you hear a phrase you don't understand, stop. Go back 10 seconds. Listen again. Read again.
And what about note-taking? I feel like if I am learning, I should be writing down every single word I don't know.
Oh, please don't do that.
No, why not?
Because that starts to feel like homework again. If you pause every 10 seconds to write a word, you will hate the movie.
That is true. I would lose the plot completely.
The rule from the source is simple. Just write down one new phrase per session.
Just one.
Just one. Maybe you're a cool phrase like, hang on a second. Or, no way. Write that down. If you learn just one real, natural phrase every time you watch an episode of TV, you are making progress.
And you are still enjoying the show. I
Yeah.
like that. Low pressure, high enjoyment.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Keeps it fun.
Okay, I want to do something interactive here. I want to ask our listeners something right now.
Go for it.
Yes, you. Listening to this deep dive right now, what is your favorite English TV show?
Think about it.
Is it Friends? Stranger Things? Maybe The Crown?
Great shows.
Here is a challenge for you. Try watching it tonight with English subtitles.
Just try one episode. It might feel difficult for the first 5 minutes.
Your brain might complain a little bit.
It will, but stick with it. Your brain will adjust, and you will be amazed at how much you pick up.
And here is a pro tip from me. Maybe rewatch an episode you have already seen in your native language.
Oh, that is a fantastic idea.
That way you already know the story, so you don't have to stress about the plot. You can just focus on the English.
That is an excellent strategy. It makes it even easier for your brain.
All right, let's move from our eyes to our ears. Let's talk about music. I love music. I have it on all the time.
Music is fantastic for learning, but again, people often do it the wrong way.
The wrong way.
Yes, they
That's
do it passively. They let the music just play in the background.
right.
But the Force points out that music is the best tool for two specific things: pronunciation and learning slang.
Oh, that is a good word. We hear that a lot. Let's stop and teach that. What is slang?
Okay, slang. Informal street words.
Informal street words.
Yes, these are the words you will never ever find in a formal grammar textbook.
For example.
Well, in a textbook, you learn, how are you? Perfectly pronounced.
Right. Very formal.
But in slang, or in real life, you might hear, what's up? Or what's good?
Right. If you walk into a formal business meeting and use slang, it might be awkward.
Very awkward.
But if you are at a party or hanging out with friends, you need slang to sound natural.
Exactly. If you speak like a textbook at a party, you sound like a robot.
And pop music, hip hop, rock music, it is all full of slang.
It is full of real emotion and real everyday language.
But here's the problem I have. I listen to English songs all the time.
Okay.
And I hum the melody. I go la la la. I sing the chorus. But I don't actually know what they're saying in the verses.
Right, you just make the sounds.
Yes. Does that help me learn?
Not really. I mean, humming is nice for your mood, but it doesn't teach you vocabulary.
So what is the strategy?
You need to become a detective. You need to go to the internet and search for the lyrics.
Lyrics. That is our next vocabulary word. Let's stop and define it.
Okay, lyrics. The words of a song.
The words of a song. Simple.
Yes, the text that the artist is actually singing.
So the strategy is don't just listen.
Right. Search for the lyrics, read them while you listen, and then, and this is the most important part, sing along.
Sing along.
Yes.
Even if I have a terrible voice. Because let me tell you, I am not winning any music awards anytime soon.
Especially if you have a terrible voice.
Yay.
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Yes. This isn't about being a famous pop star. This is about muscle memory.
Muscle memory for speaking.
Exactly. When you sing, you force your mouth to move in new ways.
Oh, I see.
English muscles are different from Spanish muscles or Japanese muscles or French muscles. The shapes your mouth makes are different.
That is really interesting. So it is like going to the gym for your mouth.
Yes, gym class for your mouth. You are training your tongue and your lips to form English sounds.
And at a natural speed, too.
Right. And the rhythm of the music helps you remember. Think about it. It is much easier to remember a song lyric than a grammar rule.
Oh, definitely.
The melody acts like glue. It sticks the words in your head.
That is so true. I can remember lyrics from the Backstreet Boys from 20 years ago, but I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
See? That is the power of music. It connects to memory in a special way.
So the advice is find a song you like, read the lyrics so you understand the slang, and then sing it loud in the shower.
Yes.
Sing it loud.
I will apologize to my neighbors in advance.
Tell them it is for a good cause. It is for fluency. Okay, let's shift gears. We have done movies. We have done music. Now let's talk about something we all have in our pockets.
Our smartphones.
Yes, something we are basically addicted to. We look at these screens dozens of times a day, maybe hundreds.
We really do.
Yeah.
And because we use them so much, they are the perfect tool for immersion.
Okay.
The source suggests a very bold move here. A challenge for the brave.
Oh, what is it?
Change the language of your phone.
Whoa. Change the whole phone, like the main operating system.
Yes. Go to your settings right now. Change
Yeah.
it from your native language to English.
I actually tried this once, and I have to share a funny story about it.
Oh, please do.
I decided, okay, I am going to be immersive. I am going to live the English life.
Good attitude.
So I changed my phone to English, but then it was late at night and I wanted to lower my screen brightness.
Oh,
So
no.
because the words were all different, I couldn't find the display menu. I got totally lost in the settings.
It can be confusing at first.
I was clicking on everything. I went into accessibility by accident. The phone started talking to me in a robot voice.
That sounds stressful.
It was. And then I think I accidentally set a recurring alarm for 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you are joking.
I wish I was. I woke up at 3 a.m. thinking the house was on fire. It was a little bit of a disaster.
That is hilarious,
Okay.
but also incredibly frustrating. Let me ask you a question, though.
Okay.
Did you eventually figure it out?
I did. It took me about 10 minutes of panic, but I found the setting and I turned off the alarm.
And in that process, I bet you learned the words settings, display, brightness, and definitely the word alarm.
Oh, yes. I will never forget the word alarm as long as I live.
See, that is the whole point.
It is.
Because you needed to use the phone. You had to learn the words. It wasn't abstract study from a book. It was a real-life need.
I see what you mean.
When you change your phone to English, simple words like messages, settings, weather, or maps become automatic.
You see them every single day.
Exactly. You don't have to try to memorize them. They just become part of your normal reality.
It becomes normal, and that is the goal, right? To make English normal.
Yes. And you can extend this to other apps, too. Think about social media.
Oh, social media. We spend a lot of time there.
Right. If you spend 2 hours a day on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, that is 2 hours of potential learning.
But only if the videos are in English.
Exactly. So you have to train the algorithm.
Tell the algorithm what you want.
Yes. Follow English speakers. If you like cooking, follow American chefs.
If you like video games, follow British gamers.
Exactly. Follow Australian travel vloggers. If you watch and like English content, the social media algorithm will automatically feed you more English content.
You are hacking the sister to teach you.
Precisely. You are turning the time you spend scrolling into learning time.
And because it is content you enjoy, you will actually want to watch it.
It turns your phone into a personalized classroom.
I love that. Okay, we have talked about movies, music, and phones. We have the tools, but there is one big barrier left.
The psychological barrier.
Yes, it is not about technology. It is about the fear.
The fear of making mistakes.
Exactly, the fear of looking stupid. I think this stops so many people from speaking.
It is the biggest obstacle.
They have the vocabulary, they know the words, but they just freeze up when it's time to talk.
Many learners feel that they cannot speak until their grammar is perfect.
They wait to be perfect.
Right. They think, if I don't know the past perfect tense perfectly, I should just stay silent. They treat conversation like a test they have to pass.
But the source says this is the wrong way to think.
It is completely wrong. We need to shift our mindset. The goal of language is not perfection.
What is the goal?
The goal is communication.
Communication versus perfection. Can you give us a concrete example of this?
The source uses a great example of a coffee shop. I want you to imagine this scenario.
Okay, I am imagining it.
Imagine you are in London. You are tired. You want a coffee. You
Yes.
walk up to the counter. The barista looks at you. You are nervous. Your hands are sweating. You forget all your grammar. And you just say, I wanting coffee black, please.
I wanting coffee black, please. Okay, my inner grammar teacher is screaming right now. That is not correct English.
Yo, it is not correct grammar. It should be, I would like a black coffee, please.
Right.
But let's look at the result. Does the barista understand you?
Yes. I mean, it is pretty clear what I want. I want coffee.
Exactly. Does the barista give you the coffee?
Yes, I get my drink.
Then you succeeded. You communicated a desire and you got a result. That is a victory.
I think we forget that.
We do. We treat language like a math test where you get a red mark if you are wrong.
But in real life, if the other person understands you, you pass the test.
And here is a secret. Native speakers make mistakes too.
We definitely do.
We stumble over words. we use the wrong word, we change our minds in the middle of a sentence. It is okay.
If you wait until you are perfect, you will be silent forever.
Exactly. You have to speak bad English before you can speak good English.
You have to speak bad English before you can speak good English. I really like that. That is encouraging.
It gives you permission to be messy. It is the only way to grow.
So next time you are traveling or chatting online, just say it.
Yes. If the grammar is messy, who cares? Did you connect with the other person?
That is what matters.
Absolutely.
This has been such a refreshing conversation. It really takes the pressure off.
I'm glad to hear that.
It makes learning feel possible rather than like climbing a mountain with a heavy backpack.
That is the hope. Learning a language takes a long time. It takes years. If you make it painful and boring, you will not finish the journey.
You have to make it fun.
Yes. So let's recap what we have covered today. We have covered a lot of ground.
We started with the foundation, immersion, jumping into the pool of English.
We talked about the Netflix hack, switching to English audio and English subtitles.
Training your lazy brain to connect the sound and the sight.
We talked about music. Don't just hum the melody. Look up the lyrics.
And learn the slang.
Sing along to train your mouth muscles.
Then we discussed changing your digital environment. Switch your phone to English.
It might be confusing for a day.
And watch out for those 3 a.m. alarms.
Yes, watch out for the alarms. But you will learn so much vocabulary automatically.
And don't forget to train your social media algorithm.
And finally, perhaps the most important rule, don't be afraid to be imperfect.
Communication is the goal. Go get that coffee, even if your grammar is messy.
Absolutely.
So what does this mean for our listener? How do they start today?
My best advice is to personalize it. Don't do what everyone else does. Do what you love.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you love cooking, don't read a textbook about business English. That is boring for you. Read a recipe for chocolate cake in English. Watch a baking show on television.
What if you love sports? Like football?
Listen to the commentary of a match in English. Read the player interviews online.
What if you love fashion?
Read fashion blogs in English. Watch makeup tutorials on YouTube.
I see.
When you connect the language to your passion, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like you are enjoying your hobby.
The English is just the vehicle for the fun.
Exactly.
That is a great way to think about it. You aren't studying English. You are just cooking in English or watching sports in English.
And that is when fluency really happens.
When you stop studying.
Fluency happens when you stop studying the language and start living in the language.
Fluency happens when you start living. That is a powerful thought to leave us with.
It is the truth.
Thank you so much for breaking this down for us today. I am definitely going to try the Netflix hack tonight.
You should.
I think I will rewatch Friends for the 100th time, but this time, double English.
That is a great strategy. Enjoy it.
And to everyone listening, thank you for tuning in to the Deep Dive.
Thank you.
We hope this inspires you to put down the heady grammar book, pick up the remote control, turn up the music, and dive into the deep end.
Keep learning. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, and have fun with it.
See you next time.